Hioka for healing. What's up? What's up? What's up? Grand Friday. It is the 13th. Lucky us. Another Friday the 13th. We have 3 in 2026, I believe. There's a lot of things new and never experienced before in our lives. Things are occurring. Things are shifting. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They are shifting. Holy Spirit, divine ancestors, master teachers, what is it that we need to know? Oh, I had the deck upside down. Long road ahead. In reverse, it was. You are stepping onto a path that may demand more than you are ready to give. This journey is not impossible, but it may test your limits at every turn. Now, I find it ironic that I had placed the deck upside down in my hand, because I feel that many of us have already taken that step and have been on this journey already. But there's a message for those that need to start that journey. This is a number 9, 18. 1 and 8 is 9. After 9 is 10. What is that? That's a restart. They need to start on their journey. Step into the path that may demand more than you are ready to give. Now, my suggestion is it's much wiser to observe and see what it is, and you take care of that. Because if you do not take care of it, it will be taken care of for you by the universe in a way of karma. The universe has a way of lighting a match to your ass. And if you don't get it, it could just be your demise. Because this is a time of changes. Huge changes. I see the crazy shit. But they want to talk about a rash on Trump's neck. They want to talk about him falling down the stairs worse than Biden. They want to talk about Cardi B and Stefan Diggs and all of that crap to distract from getting on your path. Because if you're busy observing someone else and what they're doing, you're not taking action. You're sitting. You're idle. That's why it's wise and important not to be stuck on your phone. You leave the house without your phone, you think you're going to have a connection. If your phone doesn't ring all day, you think something's wrong. I find that glorious. Even when I was getting all the spam calls back to back to back, I handled that very well. And beware if you get phone calls and you answer it and you hear a noise like a fax machine or some kind of beeping noise, because communication signals can be transmuted that way. Yeah. Something is with no contact with a person, but you hear a sound. Hey, y'all heard of MK Ultra? It doesn't have to just be a word. It can be a sound. It can be a smell. Anything that could trigger the person to be in the state of whatever it is they've programmed them to do when hearing or smelling or seeing that. Self-expression, number 1. A violin as the base of a tree. I keep on. I'm just saying, like, your song, your expression is burning through, making light, making a path for yourself. You carry within you a message, an idea, or a creation that is not just for you, but for the world. Express yourself boldly and authentically, knowing that your gifts are meant to be shared. That's been more of what the messages I've been going into, shifting from hearing about these karmics. Well, it's still about the karmics, because they say we're born sinners, we're born in karmic debt. And while we're living our life, we either create more debt or we erase debt. That's how it goes. Something they don't tell us. They just say karma, karma, karma. Karma's a bitch. Everybody knows that phrase, but not everybody understands what karma is. Overcoming, 26. That's an 8. The wall before you seems daunting, but you are stronger than you think. Gather your strength. This is a time of integrating all our strengths and knowledge. Focus your mind, and you will move through it, leaving doubt behind. That is 1,000% the truth. To overcome anything, you gotta step in it. Don't look at it as a wall that's holding you back, something you can't climb or go around. But as I said in this picture, that mountain, that big rock, it looks like we are tunneling through, making way. You see the rock high up on each side? We've overcome the fears. I'm serious. This is more of a message for those that are afraid of being themselves, being solo dolo, and overcoming their fears. But when you realize how easy it is, rather than dealing, and the wind is picking up as I'm speaking. I hope you guys can hear that. I know you can hear the bells, but the wind picked up dramatically. In the reverse, a distant journey. We're here. You're either there or you're blocked from this distant journey. You're either expressing yourself or you're not. You're either overcoming or you're not. You're either taking that journey, burrowing through that mountain, or you're not. And this is a number 5, and it was in reverse. The familiar has served you well, but it's time to discover who you are beyond its borders. New worlds and new experiences await if you are willing to let go and take the first step. This is about that call. The horns have been being blown. This is another one of those great shifts, waves of groups of people finding their way, now expressing themselves, those that could not, because they had to overcome that fear. Some are still hesitant in taking that journey, but you can't take the journey until you make that first step. Setback, and there's that boulder. This roadblock may be the universe's way of steering you towards something better. If progress feels impossible, consider whether the timing or the path itself needs to shift. And a great vision at the bottom of the deck, number 33. And we have a number 15, that's 6, 6, 6. Hold tightly to the vision you have for the future. It's a glimpse of what your soul is calling you to create. Trust in its importance. Nurture it with belief, and take inspired steps to bring it to life. It's all about taking that step, not being afraid to express yourself, your true self, not a persona, not manipulation, not of an illusion, but going within, being by yourself, communicating with your higher self, creating, sewing, singing, writing, dancing, whatever it is. Something that is also a tool that you can use that you love, that's a hobby, that you can also benefit, make income from. So that you can be more independent. Death. It is the time for this rebirth. Over and over in this message. I know I am ready. I accept all transformations and how I am guided. If something has to end, mourn it and keep it moving. Purge, cry the tears, release all the feelings of sadness, anguish, and let go, release. It may seem hard as hell, because let me tell you, I am solo dolo. They even got to my 2 older children. They're now coming back around. Because they didn't want to accept that mom is not here to be used by their children. Mom is not someone that you call when you always short because you overspend, because you don't take care of your business. That is not for a mother or father to do. Our job is to give that hard love so that you are able and capable to stand on your own, to be confident in yourself, to make moves and not have to wait to see if your friends, how they think about it. But doing it because that's what you feel. And it's not hurting anyone, but it is benefiting you. It actually may be benefiting others. If you're guided to do it, most likely it will be. Self-expression. Who is this that's afraid to express themselves? Someone that's insecure financially, reckless spending. They give too much. Openness. People pleaser I'm picking up. And justice at the bottom of the deck. It's justice for people pleasers like I was to not be people pleasers. Yeah, it might sound strange for some people that you feel and find pleasure in making someone else happy, to make them feel like $1,000,000. Some people might find that really weird that that makes you happy. I'm one of those people. I like to shop for other people more than myself, but I had to change that and cater to me. Start spending more money on myself. I used to go and get my nails done every, however, needed every 2 weeks or so. Get my hair braided, but I stopped wearing those braids. Don't want that chemical hair. But there's another hair, Rebundle, made out of banana fiber. Side note. But someone is a people pleaser, and they need to overcome their fear of saying no. They may be learning to cope and facing life right now. They're finding it shameful, embarrassing, standing up for themselves. And moving away. Finding help. They're having a very difficult time taking this journey. Excuse me, it may just be a parent and a child. Excuse me, wow. Mercury and Aquarius energy. A distant journey in reverse. All these cards are coming out in reverse. Somebody that's lazy, dull, boring, no initiative. They need others to feel like someone. They fear taking this journey. They don't trust themselves, period. They do not trust themselves at all. They rely on this magic. They need willpower, not manipulation. Wow, I don't get this person's mind. The energy that I'm picking up is someone that is like null and voided. But they're walking around, but it's like the scarecrow. But it's like the scarecrow and the Tin Man mix. Hollow. Let people pick them apart. They're having some real mental health issues. Oh. This is somebody that's dealing with some mental health from spell work going back. This is that person that wanted to come in with that small offer, that wanted you to give to them. This is that same energy. The one that's been up at night crying, can't sleep, and the wind is picking up again. Wow. Holy Spirit Divine, you coming through in the 3D. I'm trying to tell y'all, somebody has got a setback. That is a setback. And they have no celebrations. They have no foundation. This friend group. This is about this friend group. And that breadcrumber. When you see one, you see the rest come right behind them. Somebody that cannot live without a group thought, without getting pats on the back and, oh, look at my new shoes. What the fuck? Literally, it's junior high, but they're gray haired. Oh my gosh. Why that movie that it was I don't know if it was a Twilight Zone movie, but it was with a nursing home with all these patients with dementia and Alzheimer's, and or maybe it was a Stephen King movie, but they reverted back to like children. They went outside and they played kick the can or something. It's an old movie, but that's the vibe, the energy. It's like a group of old people, but they are in their mind, they're like mush brains or something. Can't even say children. This is a group of old mush brains. They thought they had a great vision. What the heck? We got to go more into this. Who is this person that's in great lack? They have no balance. This pleaser, this people pleaser that likes to please everyone else but wanted to come in to give you a breadcrumb, is trying to find balance, but they have none. They're reckless, extremely reckless, going through a mental mush brain. Trying to have courage because they need and want the Ace of Pentacles. And this is what's got them going mush brains. That and the star energy is where they see the hope at. What about this Ace of Pentacles with this Nine of Swords reverse energy? They're very fragile right now. They're mentally telling themselves more illusions. They're giving themselves more illusions, telling themselves more lies. And they want to come in. They want to come into you because they are in need. They want control over your pentacle. They want to strong arm it. They want to come in, but they are trapped. They're limited. They can't do shit. And they're not working with this group anymore. They're tied up and the group is blocked. Or they're blocked from the group. Either way, they're not connected. So what's going on here? The star energy. The star energy is who they wanted to entrap. And that's the truth. That is the clarity and truth. They are going mad because they are entrapped. This group wanted to entrap this star. They wanted a breakthrough to gain power. They did not want you to gain clarity. They did not want you to see through the illusions of their manipulations, their magic that did not work. And they cannot stop this tower. They wanted to cause you a tower. They wanted to cause you a tower. That's why it fell sideways. They lost momentum. This group, 3 or more, they tried many times. You've crushed their security, their ego. That was their security blanket. They thought they had it in the bag, but now they're stuck trying to find balance with this group. So what about this group that is blocked? They gain no rewards, no victory. What do they get, Holy Spirit Divine? This group that's black that wanted to cause a star a tower. Oh, they wouldn't walk away. And now they have no motion in the ocean. They have no movement. They are stuck. They are stuck in the energy that they tried to send out of those illusions. Oh my, oh my, oh my. They have nothing to say. They are stonewalled. No words. They're frozen. They wanted to freeze you. They want to put you in a freezer jar. They want to put you in the ground. They want to do spell work around your yard. They want to steal your baby dog, Lexi. They wanted to break you. And the more they tried to break you, they didn't realize they were getting stonewalled. And now that hammer's about to go down. It already is coming down. They're just starting to feel the breeze of it. They ain't even felt the real energy of it yet. Y'all just feeling the breeze like that wind is outside of the ancestors winding up for that smackdown. Yes, I am not lying. It is what it is. You're stuck in your own illusions. You stonewalled yourself. And what about this star that they wanted to entrap, but now they are trapped? They wanted to cause a tower upheaval, disarray for the star. But she didn't fall for the lust of their illusions, of their non-committal ways. She put an ending to it real fast. He or she. So that tower for this group, they're under cloudy judgment. They're stuck in their illusions. And this is the truth. They're unbalanced, distorted, stuck in sorrow and grief, in depression, sinking further and further every day, every minute, every second. Until they do right by you, they are fucked up. End of story. And these pentacles that they wanted to have strength to gain, to steal from you, that commitment didn't happen. You saw through it. You followed the guidance. They wanted to trap you, a star, with illusions and a commitment to gain access to your funds. And again, that is the clarity and truth. These bitches thought, since they're so lazy, unskilled, unwise, unknowledgeable, they seek others that are doing the work and want to feed off of you. Now, if you do that, that's your own free will. But trust and believe they'll feed until there's nothing left of you and you're in the ground. And I'm not over exaggerating that point. Because I was in a situation that I shifted out of that was a life or death, me or them, blood for blood. And it's not my blood that's going to be spilled. And they know that. Wanting to trap some divine energy with your fucking body that you give to everybody else? What's your purpose? To spread disease? Their cloudy judgment has them in their own illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Fantasy in reverse. They wanted you. Everything they wanted for you has happened to them. This spell work, you walked away from them, so the spell work it's not touching you. You have a resistance against these secret admirers that are scared and timid to overcome their own fears, but want to come after you, not knowing you a beast. They gain no rewards. You took no fishy offers for this Page of Cups that wanted to give you a apology. Now let me say this one last time. Anybody that says, oh, they want you to forgive them, and in the same time in their mind thinking, in order for you to be forgiving of them, they have to be back in your space. Fuck you. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're ignorant. You're a fool. And you may just be a manipulator yourself. Because forgiveness does not mean you allow what you have forgiven back into your space. Get it right. I forgive them. They need to forgive themselves. And I forgive them with ease because I know that ass is still getting tapped. You still got to pay that debt. The energy doesn't die. They wanted to gain access, and now they are hopeless, sinking in despair, falling apart. What they wanted you, what they fantasized about you, the fantasies are not coming true. Their daydreams are not coming true. This may have even been a twin flame. Some ignorant mofo don't even understand the mirroring. We do not come into relationships of duality of one being good and one being bad. You find the fucking duality within yourself, and I'm so tired of people calling themselves intuitive and tarot readers and serving knowledge, and they're saying that duality is the man being bad and you being good. What the fuck? Why don't you do a little research? It's not hard to read, is it? They gain no rewards because they're ignorant. They like to play smart. Look at this chunk that turned over. Wow. Now they only want to be devoted to you. They want shared feelings. They want you to share the same feelings as you. As them, I mean. They're uncertain and clear about anything. This was a soulmate. It was supposed to be a deep love, a unity, a connection. But they are frozen, stonewalled, stuck in silence, hopeless, sinking in depression because you had to put your boundaries up. You are not a people pleaser. You are not here to serve another. Not in the way that they wanted it to be done. They want to return for a second chance to put you in their web. But they have not done the healing work. So that won't work. And they are shocked with your boundaries. They're shocked they could not come back and return to you. You were not sitting and waiting. They're supposed to be the best thing walking. But if you're like me, you told the son of a bitch that those were hoes he could do that with. Now he's stuck, thinking only about you, wanting to attach, craving you. Your healed energy, your star energy. Thinking that an apology will let them back in. They have it wrong. So now they're lost in their own confusion of their lies and illusions. All that spell work. And why in the hell would you allow somebody in that did spell work, death spells, jar spells, wanting to end your finances, your career, or kill you? Make it make sense. Now, don't tell me you don't pick up the same energy with the stories and know where they go. Because if you're a reader, you know exactly the energy you're picking up. And that's how we, the real ones, can tell the fake ones that are manipulating the public, the community, calling them their soul tribe while feeding them lies and bullshit. You get no rewards, bitch. And I say that with love, not hate. You get shit, bitch. Nothing. Not a possibility in the world or another lifetime. You have to gain a better perspective. You see that we are better off and happy, clear head space. That spell work didn't affect us, but it is affecting you and your great vision. Yes, it is. Let's see. I hate to sound bitchy, but this reading, with the energy that I am picking up of this narcissistic mother sucker that's on the down low, that had the time, had the awareness, but chose different. And now that they have to pay for the crime and do the time, they want to come back and apologize so that they can shift that to you. They've been trying to do this for years. They still ain't got it through their head because the parasites ate their brain. Still being nosy, spreading rumors, gossiping, but now that gossip and rumors is about they ass because people can see what's going on. Yes, they can see you. Been telling these karmics that they are seeing. But they can't think. They can't focus. They're confused. They're in a fog of an illusion. They put spell work on themselves. This player that was playing the field, hanging out with their friends that thought they were going to get you caught up. They weren't looking to settle down, but only seeking more options of harvesting. They get no commitment because you see the evidence of their infidelity, how they're a betrayer, and they've been caught cheating and they love to cheat. They find it fun to sneak around and do stuff behind somebody that loves them back. They think that's cute. They think that makes them a manly man, when it really only makes them a hoe. A male one. And actually, you can say, fuck your apology. I give forgiveness to myself. I apologize to myself for being a little snack and letting them obsess now. You gave them a little taste and now they are obsessed with your sex appeal. You can't help that. That sounds like a personal problem. They wanted to trap you with lust, but they're the ones stuck. They want to taste you again. They want a lucky break. They want good fortune. They know. Oh, I didn't even see these fall. They know where that abundance lies. They want luck. But they're stuck, blocked for being too extra, too dramatic. Going against what's actually expected. But see, this black sheep card here, you can take it either way. It depends on what side of the rope you're on. This one was one of rebelling against good, going against expectations by being selfish, manipulative, defying norms in a not a helpful way, not healing. Now they're getting shit repoed. Things are getting taken away. They're in default on payments because I guess the ones that they've been finding in these groups, they finding that their wombs can't create or birth a damn thing except for baby demons. They have not healed. What's the final word on this, Holy Spirit? We know they have no temperance. The beans have been spilled. That's the spot. That's the final word. The secrets are being revealed. They're untrustworthy. The cat is out the bag, and I love that last word. They're having epiphanies, light bulb moments. They thought they were that Rico Suave. They could drop anybody's panties or underwear, drawers, whatever you call them, boxers. They thought that all they had to do was show up and you see them and you be all over them. But luck is not on their side because you're keeping your boundaries and they're in confusion. They have mistaken forgiveness for you allowing them to return, but they got it wrong. The cat is out the bag. They need you. You don't need them, and you never have. They abused your kindness. And now they miss the joy that they had. Let them. Remove yourself from any beings that are low vibrating because they are dangerous to any starseed being, any cosmic being. You will find, and hopefully in time, it is dangerous for you to be around closed minds, those that can easily be influenced, paid off to set you up. This is not about being in fear, but using your guidance, your intuition, being aware. And I'm speaking from experience. Much love, peace, and don't let these creepers back. I don't care if they're on the ground crying.